Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks. Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Continuing Education, Certificate Programs, Certificate in Food and Nutrition, CFN, CFN2 Your Food and its Utilization, Block 3 Nutrition of the Mother and Child, Unit-8 Nutrition through the Life Cycle Pregnancy and Fetal Growth. As you know, pregnancy is a period of dynamic change for a mother, requiring a lot of care. A healthy mother can give birth to a healthy child. Keeping this aspect in mind, we will learn about the importance of nutrition during this period. 8.0 Objectives. After studying this unit, you will be able to times describe the normal growth and development of a baby in the mother's womb. Times identify nutritional needs during pregnancy and how you can meet them. And times describe the care that should be taken during pregnancy to ensure a safe pregnancy and a safe delivery of a healthy baby. 8.1 Introduction. Pregnancy is a happy state for most women. Every mother would like her pregnancy to be one with no problems. A normal pregnancy, as you know, lasts for 9 months or 270 days, approximately. During this time, the baby grows from the size of a tiny pinhead to a weight of almost 2.5 to 3 kilograms. No wonder the Chinese say that the child is 1 year old on the day it is born, to emphasize all the growth and development that has taken place during the 9 months in the mother's womb. During the period of fetal growth in the mother's womb, the fetus is nourished directly by the mother herself, through a spongy structure called the placenta. Since the baby relies totally upon its mother for nourishment, you realize how vital it is to provide a pregnant woman with an adequate, well-balanced diet. In this unit we shall trace the growth and development of the fetus, state the nutritional needs of the pregnant mother and the care to be taken for normal pregnancy and delivery. You are listening to this audiobook on Audio Learn IGNOU. 8.2 Fetal Growth and Weight Gain. During pregnancy, after the egg is fertilized, it implants itself in the womb, uterine wall, and begin developing. In the first 2 weeks after implantation, the egg divides into many cells which sort themselves into 3 layers. This period is critical because any adverse influence at this time will cause failure of the egg to survive, possibly even before the woman knows she is pregnant. In the next 5 weeks, astonishing changes occur. In these weeks we call the developing baby embryo. Times the nervous system and the skin of the baby develop from the outermost layer of cells. Times the muscles and internal organ systems develop from the middle layer. And times the glands, lining of the digestive, respiratory and excretory systems develop from the innermost layer. Believe it or not, at 8 weeks, the embryo is only 3 cm long, but it already has a central nervous system, a beating heart and fully formed digestive system. In the following 7 months of pregnancy, which we call the fetal period, a tremendous increase in the size of the baby takes place. Each and every organ and system will mature. Obviously, as the baby fetus develops and grows, its weight will increase as well. Look at figure 8.1. It shows you the growth of the baby during these months. As you can see, the mother's body also undergoes simultaneous changes. To support the growing baby, the woman's womb expands, her breasts change and grow so that she can feed her baby when it is born. Her blood volume increases, almost doubles, so that She can nourish the growing baby. All this means that the mother must gain weight during pregnancy. You may wonder how much weight gain is normal. You know that each individual is different. Experts suggest that you can expect a total gain of 10 to 12 kilograms during pregnancy. If a woman is of small build and not very active, advise her to avoid gaining excessive weight. Look at Table 8.1 and see where and how much of all this increased weight is distributed in the mother's body. Table 8.1 Distribution of the weight gained during pregnancy. Development total weight gained, kg. Infant, baby, at birth 3.5. Mother's fat stores 0.9. Baby and placenta 1.8. Increase in mother's blood volume to nourish baby 1.8. Increase in size of mother's breasts 0.405. Fluid to surround baby and cushion it 0.8. Placenta 0.65. Weight gained but not accounted for 1.64. Total weight gained 10.985. Look at the screen for table content. About 20 weeks. With each increase in womb size, growing pressure on the stomach may force acid into the gullet and lead to indigestion. About 24 weeks. The baby may be in the breech or sitting position, buttocks down and head up, but may soon turn over in the womb. About 28 weeks. The baby has usually turned over in the womb and has taken up a head down position in readiness for delivery. About 32 weeks. The mother is beginning to lean back noticeably to counteract the baby's weight, and she has to walk with legs slightly apart. About 36 weeks. By now, the breasts are much enlarged. Pressure on veins of abdomen may lead to varicose veins and piles. About 40 weeks. The swelling in the mother's abdomen has moved downwards as the baby's head goes down into the pelvis. Figure 8.1 Growth changes of a baby in the woman's body from the 5th to 9th month of pregnancy. You may wonder what the fat stores are for in the mother's body. Her body will use up these fat stores to produce milk for the baby after it is born. Therefore, you must realize the importance of a mother putting on sufficient weight during pregnancy. 8 February 2001 Eating pattern and weight gain. You already know that a pregnant woman must gain about 10 to 12 kg during the entire pregnancy. Ideally, a mother should begin her pregnancy as an adult at the appropriate weight for her height. It is advisable that during the first 3 months, a pregnant woman should put on approximately 1 to 2 kilograms. Thereafter, her weight gain should be at the rate of about 2 kilograms per month. If a woman has gained more than the expected amount of weight early in pregnancy, advise her not to put on too much weight. However, she should not drastically curtail her diet. You may wonder why weight gain is so important during pregnancy. What would happen if a mother does not gain the full amount of weight recommended? She may give birth to an underweight baby. This may not be a serious problem if the baby is small, alert and healthy. However, a low birth weight baby is usually also malnourished and weak. Such a baby may not be strong enough to get all the nourishment it needs by suckling. It may not be able to cry loudly and vigorously to attract its mother's attention. During pregnancy, some women may develop a craving for certain foods. As long as these cravings do not interfere with good eating habits and do not pose any health hazards, you need not worry about it. Some women crave for amla, raw tamarind, etc. These foods are nutritious, good sources of vitamin C, and should be eaten. Some women have nausea, feel sick, or morning sickness in early pregnancy. You will find that eating snack often helps to prevent and overcome the nausea. 8.3 Importance of nutrition during pregnancy. An adequate diet is very important so that the placenta grows well in order, that the baby will receive all the nourishment it needs. If a pregnant woman does not consume sufficient food early in pregnancy, growth of the placenta, and therefore the baby's growth may be less than normal. A weak baby girl, when she becomes an adult, presuming that she is well nourished throughout her childhood, grows to be smaller in stature and so may in turn bear an undersized or poorly developed infant. Such an infant will not be able to achieve its full potential. Thus the food that a woman eats, her nutritional status and her age affect the health of her children and the future of her family. 8.3 1. Nutrient needs during pregnancy. From Unit 5 on growth, you have read that nutritional needs are high during periods of intensive growth. Figure 8.2 shows you the additional amount of nutrients % needed by a pregnant woman beyond her basic pre-pregnancy needs. In the figure you will see that her basic needs, when she is not pregnant, are set at 100%. Table 8.2 depicts the ICMR recommendations for energy and protein for pregnant women. Table 8.2 Recommendation of energy and protein for pregnant women. ICMR 2020. Look at the screen for table content. Figure 8.2 Increase in nutritional requirements during pregnancy, third trimester. Look at the screen for table content. Energy, as you can see, during pregnancy a woman needs a greater amount of almost every nutrient. Although we have shown that the calorie requirement increases by 21%, you should be aware that those who have to do a lot of manual labor would need even more energy. Another point to bear in mind is that if an adolescent girl, less than 18 years old, becomes pregnant, she needs more amount of nutrients because she herself is still growing. In Table 8.2 Indian Council of Medical Research recommends that a pregnant woman's intake should be 350 kcal more than her normal intake from the second half of pregnancy. This is because the baby grows very rapidly, as you know, in the second half of pregnancy. Extra calories, energy, can be obtained by increasing your intake of food by 2 chapati, 1 katari dal, and the oil used in their preparation. Always ensure that a pregnant woman's weight increases gradually in the last 6 months of pregnancy. Encourage underweight mothers to gain more weight while those who are gaining excessive weight may be cautioned to restrict their weight gain during pregnancy. Proteins. Proteins are needed for the growth of the fetus and maternal tissues. In Table 8.2 ICMR recommends an additional intake of 22 grams of protein more than the normal intake during the second half of pregnancy. Total 78 g protein. Ensure that the protein is of good quality by combining cereals and pulses. Whenever possible, you can include milk, dahi, egg, meat, or fish. Minerals and vitamins. Minerals and vitamins are necessary for growth, for formation of red blood cells, formation of bones and teeth, and development of the nervous system. The need for minerals and vitamins is increased during pregnancy since energy and protein intake increases. The requirements for micronutrients needed for energy and protein utilization, i.e., thiamine, riboflavin, magnesium, vitamin B6 and zinc also increase. Folic acid and vitamin B12 are important for production of new red blood cells. Iron is needed for synthesis of hemoglobin in both the maternal and fetal red blood cells. Thus the recommended intake of iron in pregnancy is 27 mg day. For the fetal skeletal development, calcium is drawn from the maternal blood supply. So intake of calcium should be 1000 mg day. The maternal diet should consist enough of iodine for proper fetal development. Thus it is important for you to see that the pregnant woman takes sufficient among enough of foods which will provide her with the necessary minerals and vitamins. Do you know which foods will supply these? Advise a pregnant woman to take sufficient cereals, pulses, green leafy vegetables, and fruits like amla, guava, orange, papaya, mango. If she can afford it, ask her to include milk and milk products, eggs, meat or fish in her diet. The mother's nutritional status is a crucial factor affecting pregnancy outcome. Her diet must be carefully planned to supply the nutrients needed to maintain her health, support the physiological change in her body and provide for the rapid growth and development of the inborn baby. We have given below a daily food guide to help you plan a diet for any pregnant woman among your family and friends. Table 8.3. Table 8.3, Balanced Diet for Pregnant Woman, Sedentary Work. Look at the screen for table content. Check your progress. Exercise 1. 1. Explain why nutritional needs increase during pregnancy. 2. List the types of foods a pregnant woman should take to meet the increased vitamin and mineral requirements. You are listening to this audiobook on Audio Learn IGNOU. 8.4 Do's and Don'ts for Pregnant Mothers. Every mother wants to have a healthy baby. Here are some tips of do's and don'ts that may help you or help others who seek your advice. Some do's. Times: have a checkup regularly at the same clinic. Times: eat a well-balanced diet. Times: have small and frequent meals. Times: take care of yourself, for your own sake as well as for the baby. Be calm and happy. Times: pay attention to your skin, breasts, teeth and blood circulation. Times: do a few simple exercises. These help you to relax. Times: avoid overexertion and strenuous exercise. Times: include sufficient roughage in your diet to avoid constipation. Vegetables including leafy vegetables, fruits, whole grains, etc. Provide roughage. Times: drink plenty of water. Times: if you are a diabetic, have a regular checkup and see that the diabetes is well under control. Some don'ts. Times: do not curtail your diet even for short periods. This is not advisable. Especially, eating too little cereals may harm the baby. Times: never take any drugs without a doctor's advice and supervision. Some drugs are harmful for baby. Times: smoking is harmful for the baby, so do not smoke. Times: do not consume alcoholic drinks. But if you do, do it moderately. Times: do not get into conflicts which cause anger. Check your progress. Exercise 2. 1. For a successful pregnancy, what health practices should be followed by a pregnant woman? 2. Is it harmful to satisfy cravings for special foods during pregnancy? 8.5 Problems encountered in pregnancy. During pregnancy, many women may suffer from problems like nausea and vomiting, constipation, toxemia, etc. 8 May 2001, nausea and vomiting. These are common in the early part of pregnancy. You may find that eating snacks often help to prevent and overcome this discomfort. You may find that high carbohydrate diet in the form of small feeds is helpful. Food like roti, toast or biscuits may help. You can eat a small amount of fruit or drink some fruit juice. It may be helpful to avoid strongly flavored foods, tea, coffee and spicy or oily foods. Remember, nausea is just a passing phase. 8 May 2002, constipation. This condition occurs because as pregnancy progresses, the enlarged womb presses against the intestines and prevents their normal movement. Include plenty of vegetables and fruits as well as whole grain preparations to provide roughage. A glass or two of water taken before breakfast is often helpful. Some people find warm water more helpful than cold water. Many women tend to decrease their physical activity. Exercise helps to prevent constipation and also keeps the body fit. 8 May 2003, toxemia. Many women have swelling or puffiness around the ankles in late pregnancy. However, in some women, especially in poorly nourished ones, this may be accompanied by high blood pressure and kidney problems. Toxemia has serious effects on the baby. Some babies may have retarded growth or lung problems and some may even die. To avoid toxemia, a pregnant woman should have a nutritionally adequate diet. 8.6 Risk factors for malnutrition in pregnancy. It is important for you to remember that there are some risk factors which may lead to poor nutrition and interfere with a successful pregnancy. These factors are times age below 18 years, times having children one after another with too short an interval, say 1 year, times if the mother has other children and there is a history of abortions or miscarriages, times chronic diseases requiring special diet, times drastically underweight or overweight at the start of pregnancy, times lack of sufficient food, times alcohol abuse or taking drugs, times medication without medical supervision. Questions. 1. Are the number of servings she is taking from each food group enough for her age and stage of pregnancy? 2. If the diet is not nutritionally adequate, what may be some of the factors responsible for this state? 3. If her diet is not nutritionally adequate, suggest modifications that she should make to have a well-balanced diet. 4. Is she aware that her nutritional needs increase during pregnancy? 5. Is her diet different from what she ate before pregnancy? How has her diet changed? Is she eating more or less than usual? 8.7 Let us move. Growth is a major factor which influences nutritional needs. Growth rate is fast in prenatal life. During pregnancy, changes in both the mother and the fetus necessitate increased intakes of nutrients needed for growth. A pregnant woman should gain about 10 to 12 kg during the entire 9 months. She should select foods which are rich in vitamins, minerals and proteins in addition to having a lot of energy. Malnutrition during pregnancy affects the developing baby. It may lead to a woman delivering prematurely or the baby may be of low birth weight. Curtailing dietary intake during pregnancy or having an unbalanced diet should be avoided. Fluid intake and consumption of vegetables and fruits should be ample and normally salt should not be restricted. 8.8 Glossary. Embryo, the developing baby during the 2nd to 8th week of pregnancy. Fetus, the developing baby from the 8th week after conception until its birth. Implantation, the stage of development in which the fertilized egg embeds itself in the uterine wall and begins to develop. During the first 2 weeks after conception. Low birth weight. A birth weight of 2,500 grams or less, indicating poor health of the baby as well as poor nutrition of the mother. Toxemia, a cluster of symptoms seen in pregnancy where blood contains harmful substances, swelling of feet, ankles, etc., is an indication. Uterus, the womb, the muscular organ within which the fetus develops during pregnancy before birth. 8.9 Answers to check your progress. Exercises. Check your progress. Exercise 1. 1. The baby in the womb of a pregnant woman grows at a very rapid rate. During this time, the food required for growth is supplied by the mother through the placenta. The nutritional needs of the mother therefore increase considerably to provide adequate nourishment to the baby for its normal development. 2. Green leafy vegetables, fruits like amla, guava, papaya, mango, cereals, dals and milk products. Check your progress. Exercise 2. 1. Have a regular medical checkup. Times eat a well-balanced diet. Times pay attention to skin, breasts, teeth. Times do a few simple exercises daily. Times avoid overexertion. Times drink plenty of water. Times include adequate roughage in the diet to avoid constipation. Times do not smoke or drink or get into conflicts. 2. As long as the craving for special foods do not interfere with good eating habits, these foods may be consumed without worrying. Thank you. We will see you in the next video.